Hello everybody, welcome to another of Amber's tarot readings. So in this video I will be doing a tarot reading for Scorpios for June 2018. I'll be using 3 decks. I'll be using an Oracle deck, I'll be using the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck, and I'll be using a traditional plain deck simply called the Art of Tarot. So without further ado, I will first draw the Oracle card for Scorpios for 2018 June. And the card that is drawn is Focus and then Act. The next deck I'll be drawing from will be the Dreams of Gaia. Okay, so that's the Dreams of Gaia. And now the Art of Tarot. So, I normally draw 4 of each, 1 for each week of the month, unless I feel impelled to draw more. And on this deck, on this spread, I've actually been indicated to draw out 5 of each. Now there is roughly 5 weeks in a month, so but this is just simply what I've been told to draw out. So they'll be spread over the 4.5 weeks of the month. So the cards drawn on the Dreams of Gaia for the first week, we've got a water card, which is reversed, emotion and intellect. And to match it, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so on a practical level, in the beginning of the month, the first week of the month, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of destiny. It's a fortuitous card, a card that brings good news. It indicates that fresh ideas, fresh enterprises will be coming that will transform a Scorpio's life this month. This could be ideas that could transform the way you think. It could be more practical ideas that will transform financial circumstances. Whatever they are, it's something that is going to change. It indicates change, but in a good way, a good change. But a change that will be a result of new thoughts and ideas. The emotion and intellect card on this part of the month is reversed. The emotions and intellect card is all about indicating an imbalance emotionally, usually between love and fear. There could be a fear of the unknown here. There is definitely an imbalance that needs to be addressed. There's a need here at the beginning of the month to see the whole picture. To see how various elements are impacting into a situation here. This could be where new ideas are coming in, which are going to be transformatory. There's a need here to be mindful of our own emotions and how they are influencing a situation or influencing our thoughts and our ideas about ourselves, about our life, about the future, about our path and our goals. There's a need here to look at where those emotions stem from, or where the fear stems from, or conversely, the love. What is it about our past that is affecting our present? And for Scorpios this month, that is something that needs to be looked at very carefully at the beginning of the month. The emotion and intellect card indicates a suppression as well, suppressed emotions. Now, with the Art Tarot card, in this case, I would suggest this is indicating suppressed thoughts. Together, these cards are advising that those suppressed thoughts need to be brought out. Have you been holding back? Is there something that's bothering you in a situation, a relationship? Something that you've been biting your tongue about? This spread indicates that those are going to be expressed. Now, how they're expressed is up to you, Scorpio. And that will have a large bearing on the outcome of this. This transformation in your life. It could go smoothly, with no hurt feelings, or minimal hurt feelings on your own or others' parts. Or it could go much more negatively for you and or others. That would depend on how you behave, in how you expressed those suppressed thoughts or emotions or ideas. So together these cards are suggesting you stop and you think. Internalize, analyze yourself, analyze your emotions, analyze your fears. Why are you feeling them? Are they genuine? Well, of course, they're genuine to you. What I mean by are they genuine is, are they the best thing you should be feeling at this time? Perhaps there was a similar situation in the past that has left you with a scar, which means that facing a similar situation emotionally, you're reacting in the same way, but really you're bringing out the reactions, the thoughts, the emotions of the past event and introducing them into this current time. Never ignore your emotions. They are real, very real. However, you should never suppress them, and you should be mindful of how you express them. Take into account the feelings and thoughts of others and the impact on others that your expressions can have. Be compassionate, be understanding, be empathetic, and most of all, be forgiving, not only to others but to yourself. We are, after all only human. So the next card, we've got the Healing card reversed and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so the second two cards here indicate that there may be a health concern affecting you or your loved ones that isn't being resolved here because of fear. This could be fear of yourself or for your loved one, or fear on their part. The root cause of this health concern is indicated to likely to be stress and overwork. Are you overworked? Are you stressed? Have you simply got too much on your plate? Remember that all of these things can affect our physical health. They will affect our physical health, in fact. Our emotional state, the way we think, will have impacts on our physical body. Are you thinking that simply using mind over matter will make it go away? I'm not saying that's not possible, but for the majority of humans, sometimes we need assistance. Now, this could be that you simply need to relax a bit more, that you simply need to get rid of the burdens that are on your plate. Why are you loading too much on yourself? Everyone needs to relax. Everyone needs time out. Everyone needs to be able to meditate, to simply sit still, empty their minds, and allow the thoughts to pass through. Are you caring for others too much? Are you not looking after yourself enough? In order for you to look after others, if that's the case, you need to look after yourself and your own health, and that includes your emotional state. Give yourself the time to simply be you. Give yourself the time to simply find again that pleasure and enjoyment in life. Is this something you've stopped doing that you used to love because you simply don't have time now? How is that beneficial for everybody if you are not giving yourself those little pleasures in life again? Be mindful of the previous cards, which were talking about emotions and intellect and the impact of those and how we express them. It's very difficult to really be mindful of our emotional states and how we express ourselves if we are overworked and overstressed and overburdened. So overall, these cards are advising Scorpios this month just to be mindful that if they are to have taken on too much, it's okay to simply let some things go, even if they're simply put on a back burner. Perhaps you need to prioritize. But one of those priorities has to be your own health, your own well-being. If you are suffering from a medical complaint that you are hoping is just going to go away, these cards are indicating that that may not be the wisest course at this time. Simply seek advice. See a medical professional of whatever flavor you prefer, but don't simply ignore it. Okay, the next cards, we've got the Nine of Swords, and we've got the Mother. Okay. Okay, so the mother is indicating at this time that there is a need for unconditional love of self, for self-forgiveness, and forgiveness of others. We all make mistakes, we're all humans. And those mistakes will help us grow and gain in wisdom. As long as we're able to learn from them, to see the lesson within them. Sometimes those mistakes are made by others. Sometimes others act in ways that are hurtful, that are harmful towards us and other people. There's still lessons in that for us. By observing and understanding, by using compassion and empathy, it can help inform us as to what it means to be human. It can help inform us to how we too should behave. In the middle of this month, it's going to be a very stressful period. Now, this is likely to have come from the previous two sets of cards. Again, this indicates back to how this can impact our health. Scorpios this month, especially in the middle of the month, need to really focus and prioritize on themselves. You may be forced to unburden yourself this month in order to look after yourself and your own health, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. In the middle of this month, it's going to be time to start letting go of the past and simply allowing yourself to relax and to heal. And most of all, forgive yourself for any past mistakes, any past failures, and look to the future with optimism, knowing that what will be is meant to be. So the next card here is the Page of Wands. And that has been coupled with the Two of Fire. Okay. And the Two of Fire is reversed.
Okay, both these cards together indicate that there is some sort of partnership at play here. With the cards that have gone previous, it indicates that there may have been an ongoing partnership. This may not be a romantic partnership. It may be a career partnership or a creative partnership. This may be a new partnership this month, or it may be an existing one. Whatever the case may be, this may also actually be a new partnership coming in, an offer of help and assistance from another, after you feeling overburdened and stressed in the middle of the month. Now, this could be a very good thing for you. Somebody may be willing to help you, to take some of that burden off your shoulders, to teach you new skills and new ideas. However, there's a warning in these cards about this partnership. There is a warning of an imbalance of power here. There is a warning here that there may be, Scorpio, that somebody is using your efforts and your ideas and using them for their own ends, for their benefit primarily and not your own. There's also a warning that this person you're in a partnership may be all talk and no action, that they may use wonderful language, but they may be doing it in a way simply to butter you up, to pick your brains, to use you as a springboard. It may be that somebody will come into your life offering you help. The warnings of the cards here to be very careful, to check the details. Don't assume you understand the terms of this working partnership, or this creative partnership, or even a romantic partnership. Be very clear, use clear communication. If you don't, then you may regret this partnership in the future. This may also be signifying the end of such a partnership. If you're already in such a partnership with somebody, then towards the end of this month, the issues that have been building within you and within this partnership may be coming to a head. If so, be very careful how you express yourself. Be mindful of your words and how they impact others, and also how they reflect on you as a person. Especially if this partnership is catered on, or centered on, or influenced by the perceptions of others towards you. You can't control how the other party behaves, but you can control how you behave. Whatever the case may be, however the cards may fall at the end of this month, no pun intended, that's the way it's meant to be.
And it will be the best outcome in the long term for everybody involved in terms of whatever lessons they need to learn from this month. The last set of cards here are the Child and the Three of Pentacles, and both are upright. Okay, now this is a very good ending for the month. Most of the cards this month have been centered on creativity. So I do think for most Scorpios this month, these issues are going to be related to a creative endeavor. It could be a career, but it could also be a hobby. The last two cards of this month indicate that after the stress and the anxiety that has gone through in the first half of this month, there's going to be a phase of a new beginning at the end of the month. By the end of this month, this situation should be resolved, and you can look with optimism to the future, just as a child does. Everything you've worked for and planned for will not be lost this month. If you steer your way through the turbulent waters of this month, being mindful of your own behavior, looking after yourself, minimizing your stress, minimizing your anxiety, understanding your emotions but not letting them control you, then at the end of the month, you will reap the rewards for doing so. Because your hard work will still have been there. And for the end of the month will be clearer, calmer waters in order for you to springboard off what has happened this month in terms of this creative project. You will be feeling much better at the end of this month. And you will then be able to focus more of your attention on those tasks that you have prioritized as being most important through the process of steering through this month. And because you have unburdened yourself, you will be able to focus more of your attention and positivity on this endeavor in the future. You will be stronger by far at the end of this month and in a stronger position than you were to begin with, emotionally, intellectually, and creatively. Things may be different. They may pan out in a way that you didn't foresee. Perhaps what is going to happen this month is going to change your direction. Perhaps it's going to force you to think again, to implement new ideas. Either way, it will be a good thing. If you make mistakes, that's okay. That's not a reason to give up. Every mistake is a lesson. We've all made them. But by the end of a month, this is going to be the time for you to act. In fact, this entire month is not going to be a month to procrastinate. This month is a month for you to focus on this creative endeavor that you're doing. Focus on your creative pursuits, on your ideas and dreams, and then put them into action in a mindful way. This is not the month to let things slide, to ignore issues and problems, suppressed thoughts and suppressed emotions. This is a month to get it all sorted. Make a list, is my advice, at the beginning of the month of all the things you have been putting off that you want to achieve this month, that you simply want to get done. And prioritize that list. Look at it every day and slowly tick them off. This will go a long way to reducing stress, to allowing you to feel good about what you are doing this month and to not to become overburdened when things that you have been putting off pile on top of you at the middle of the month. Okay, and that's the end of the reading for Scorpio for June 2018. A turbulent month is going to force you to clear your plate, to focus on what's important and what you've been putting off. But by the end of it, you'll be thankful. Okay, if you enjoyed this, then please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell next to subscribe so you get notifications. And thank you very much for coming. Okay.
Bye.